It's a real off the beaten track route. The chance to go through 3 countries, cross the Kalahari into a non-touristic area. No people, no phones, no connection, fully off-grid. I think that was the main factors that really drew me to this particular expedition.
Kalahari was absolutely a dream come true sort of an expedition when it was offered, because I am a wildlife enthusiast. Traveling through such a big desert area over 11 days, which involved remote camping, which involved staying in some of the bush lodges, was an experience I really wanted to come for, and I had a great time doing that.
I thought that an adventure such as this would have been great, not only to see the wildlife that we saw, but I guess also for personal development, because it puts you in a place where you have to act in a certain way to go forward and to progress with the expedition. So yeah.
The experience of driving, through the Kalahari, I always thought, there's one thing that it's on paper, and there's another thing to actually live it. Going through those terrains, different terrains, sand, dirt roads, normal roads where you're hitting 130 and then suddenly at 20 you're bouncing up and down getting the African massage. So I think the driving experience was par excellence, certainly.
I think there was a lot of learning while driving through these very difficult terrains, which was changing almost every second day.
So I developed a new skill. Driving in the sand and off-road.
The driving off-road experience was great, and I definitely learned so much, especially him on the side, telling me what to do and everything.
It was kind of challenging at times not to stay on the road, so I was able to create new plow. So I plowed through the field a little bit, and my companion was about scared to death, but that was good.
We drifted through lots of corners. And we may have caught air a few times going over hills. It was a beautiful thing.
I think my photography skills improved, going around the wildlife and trying to get good shots. After 12 days in the bush, I think unexpected was the lions. We'd hoped every day was the day, until finally the last day, last drive, we managed to get the lions with a kill.
A favorite moment during this expedition, it would have to be my birthday. It was pretty special, just the fact that I could have my birthday in Africa. We had a little challenge ahead of us that day to try to make it to the campsite before dark. And I like to drive fast, so I did. I pushed it to the extreme, and it was like racing to Dakar. I may have left the ground a few times. Best birthday I've ever had.
The nicest unexpected experience. Out in the bush, where a gentleman took us out on a field trip, kind of walking his footstep of his ancestors.
From little things that you can catch up and see in the nature, very little details, you could really understand the whole story behind it. From a track, from a leaf of a tree, anything. It was so interesting for me.
The cold weather was a surprise in the south of Botswana. When we got to -8 at night, that was a challenge for sure. Folding a frozen tent, trying to defrost water.
To wake up in the morning, breaking the ice to get the food was something quite unique and unexpected. But at the end, it will be memories at the end. It's not the easy things that build memories, the tough things that build the memories.
It was cold at times, but it was beautiful. It was cold and it was beautiful. Then you're waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning to go outside, and you look up and you saw the beautiful sky with everything out there. It was just breathtaking. To me, that was the most beautiful sight, the sky.
I loved the camping. I'll be honest, I was skeptical and hesitant before because I've never done camping before like this. And the first night I was slightly on the edge, but thereafter it became like clockwork. And every other night that we spent just enhanced the experience further.
Yes, living on the rooftop tents, putting them together, putting them off together, lighting the fire, going for your morning rituals in open, finding that safe spot away from the wilderness, keeping an eye on everything. I think it was incredible.
Every day we started putting up our tent, learned to put our tent by ourselves. And I think that was the great experience. We were together, were connected to each other so well because there was no connection with the outer world. So it was a great experience, I must say.
There is no pressure from the outer world. There is nothing. And the best part, all 10 of us were living as a family. As soon as we reached to the camp, everybody was thinking about opening their tent, taking help from others. And, this experience is amazing.
I think that will really stay in my memory, is just how much everyone kind of came together around the fire. And there's some Pablo stories that we can't put in the camera, but some of them are pretty great.
Let's see, I have to be careful what I said now, because there was an unpleasant situation for me, but I'm not going to go there. The food was fabulous. And the other thing about it was how everybody was helping each other, setting up the tent. If somebody needed something, there he was. So the experience was a collective effort. That's what I would say, collective effort.
I think my favorite moment would be around the bonfire in the remote camping when the temperature was dropping below zero and we were still very happy eating our field dinner cooked by our field chefs, playing games, having conversations about everybody's past travel adventures. I think those moments are to be cherished for life.
The ability to have so many people from different walks of life, and how the group began to be more cohesive and supportive of one another. It was nice. It was a nice social adventure, call it that way.
It was 6 days together, close and knowing each other, make this experience not only a trip experience, but as well a human experience.
I feel that I have just joined a tribe, and I would consider all of them friends for life.
The nicest unexpected experience of this trip is probably the people that I've met. It's well worth what the cost is, and I would certainly do it again. In fact, I plan to do it again.